Welcome to the Midweek Drop-In. This is Chase Wagler. I'm so glad you're here. This week on the Midweek Drop-In, we are going to have Server of the Week. We're going to set up the service for this week. We're going to find out where we're preaching from, an encouraging word, and maybe, just maybe, a special segment. Stick around. See you back. This is Chase Wagler, and I need to apologize, apparently, because I was told by some people, a.k.a. my sisters, they have no problem telling me what to do, that I yell too much in the midweek drop-in. So I will work on trying just to talk to you this week. So if you can't hear me, you can blame Katie and Carlina. That's those two's fault. But welcome here to the Midweek Drop-In. I am your host, Chase Wagler. I'm so happy you're here with us at Harvest Community Church. And I'm just ready to get into this midweek drop-in, set you up for this week, Sunday the 14th. This has been a hit or miss on the midweek drop-in. We had snow, we've had quarantine, we had technical difficulties last week, and so all kinds of things are hitting this thing, but we're going to do it this week. So what can you look forward to on Sunday the 14th of March? All kinds of good stuff coming your way. So let's go ahead and get right on it. So at 8:30, we're going to have our coffee shop open downstairs in the main auditorium area. You can come and join us, get some coffee, talk to some old people that actually show up really early. And so please come talk to those people and just enjoy the fellowship with all the people here at Harvest. And then at 9:15, of course, we start our service here in person and online. So we would love for you to join us online if you can. But it'd be better if you're here in person. We would love to see you here in person. But if you can't, join us online, and we'll love to talk to you. If you have questions, if you have concerns, if you have prayer requests, let us know, and we will try to get those communicated as best as possible. We'd love to talk to you on those online chats as well. All right? So at 9:15, what can you expect? Well, we'll have an encouraging word, a message, and then just jump right into worship. This week's worship is led by the man himself, Hogan Helms. Hogan is leading this week with Krista and Sam. They're both playing the acoustic. Ava is playing the piano, and Troy is playing the cajon. So we have a really good group this week. I'm really excited about it. I've been told there may be a special guest this week playing an instrument that I can almost guarantee has never been played at Harvest, the dulcimer. And so I'm not guaranteeing it, but I heard there's potential that could happen. So be looking forward to that this week, potentially a special guest on the worship team this week. So what are they singing? They have picked out 6 songs and listen to the music. Lord's led them to 6 songs. The first song is "Make Room." It's a newer song that I think we've done this several times before by a community. It's community music, community church. "Set a Fire" by Upper Room. Actually, that was not by Upper Room. It's just "Set a Fire" by Will Reagan, I believe. "Something Always Changes." That's the song. "Something Always Changes When I Say Your Name." This actually goes with the encouraging word that we're getting ready to talk about here in just a few minutes. "What a Beautiful Name" by Hillsong. "Holy and Anointed One," right? The classic song, Jesus, right? You know the song, and it keeps on going over and over and over. Then they finally, they go into it. Love that song. Such a great song, so I'm excited for that one. And then lastly, "Oh, the Cross" by Upper Room. And so that's what Hogan and the crew has got picked out for this week. And so that will happen at around 9:15, a little after. After they are done, then we're going to go into the time of teaching. This week's teaching is being brought to you by Jeff Frederick. We're really excited about Jeff Frederick. And in the words of Jeff Frederick, we're continuing our fresh faith study in the book of Malachi. Malachi, that's what he said on Sunday. He said a lady said that she was so proud there was an Italian man in the Bible, Malachi. And so we're studying out of Malachi, or Malachi, as some would say. And so this week's is going to be coming out of Malachi 3, verses 1 through 5. And so Jeff will bring the word this week. After that, then we'll do a time of communion and reflection, and a prayer, and we'll go home. So we're looking forward to having you this week here in church at Harvest Community. So excited about that. We're going to go to break, but when we come back from the trivia question, we'll have server of the week and an encouraging word. So don't go anywhere. Stay right here on the midweek drop-in. See ya. All right, welcome back into Midweek Drop-In. This is Chase Wagler. Hopefully you got the trivia question right. Down below, comment and see if you're right. I'll hit like or whatever. Also, you can check in the in the credit section. I will tell you the answers. So this week's server of the week is Chrissy Melheiser. Chrissy helps on the worship team, and some of you would probably recognize her. She sings. She also helps in the sound booth every couple of Sundays, and she also, third thing, is helps with the children. She watches some of the classes that we have that allows parents to be out without their kids for a couple of hours. And so we really appreciate Chrissy and all she does for the church. And so I would encourage you, if you see her this week, pray for her. Say, great job. We appreciate what you're doing here at Harvest, because I sure do. And I know the people here that help every Sunday morning really to help that, appreciate that as well. So thank you, Chrissy. You're doing a good job. We appreciate all your work. All right, so encouraging word. Now, this encouraging word is something I was thinking about for a while. It is from Psalms 107. It's something that you have probably heard before. Psalms 107 is very popular, and there's a song about it, and actually we probably should sing it sometime soon. But give thanks to the Lord, for he is good, verse 1. His faithful love endures forever, right? You might have heard the song, give thanks to the Lord, God and King. His love endures forever. All right, that's a Hogan impersonation. And so anyways, that is the verse that's encouraging this week. And so I was looking at that. Give thanks to the Lord, for he is good, for his faithfulness endures forever. And it's a really encouraging word. And then verse 2, it says, has the Lord redeemed you? Then speak out. Tell others that he has redeemed you from your enemies. For he has gathered the exiles from many lands, from east to west, from north to south. And so I was thinking, okay, well, why is he talking about this? Why is he talking about his love endures forever? And if you go back to 106, which we don't always do this, but a lot of us do, the writer continually talks about the times in which God's love has endured forever for the Israelites. And so here's a couple examples from Psalms 106, starting in verse 7. Our ancestors in Egypt were not impressed by the Lord's miraculous deeds. They soon forgot his many acts of kindness to them. Instead, they rebelled against him at the Red Sea. Even so, he saved them to defend his name and to demonstrate his mighty power. All right, example 1. Example 2, starting with verse 14. In the wilderness, their desires ran wild, testing God's patience in the dry wasteland. So he gave them what they asked for, but he sent a plague along with it. All right, once again, the people, verse 19, the people made a calf at Mount Sinai. They bowed before an image of gold. They forgot God, their Savior, who had done such great things in Egypt. And so it's over and over and over again, and it goes on and on and on for several verses. The writer is telling us of all the times when his people had forgotten him, had left him, and yet he still had forgiveness and cares for them. And so I was thinking, well, why did the writer do this? Why did the writer tell us all these examples of the times when people had left and came back? And why would he write that now? I mean, it's clear, if you're an Israelite, you would know this. If you're a Jew, you know these stories, all right? And so why is he talking about them? And I think it has a little bit to do with we need to acknowledge the times as we're praying. We need to acknowledge the times in our past. We're like, hey, Lord, I did this wrong, and I messed up, and you saved me here. And I did this, and you saved me here, and you gave provision here. All right, and so I think it's a really good example. I praying through the Bible is something that I've heard many people say before. But to read what they were doing, to see how they prayed, to see how they talked to God, and those things that worked. And so I would really encourage you, maybe this week, to, as you're praying, to go through and list the times when God's enduring love provided for you, even in the face of times when you left him or did things that weren't glorifying to God. So that's my encouraging word of the week. Hopefully you enjoyed it and got something from it. Pray about it, think about it. Also, coming up, hopefully a special session. If not, I'm going to roll the credits, but at 9:15, don't forget, at 9:15, we are having our service. At 8:30, there's coffee, so we'd love to see you in person here at Harvest Community Church. This is Chase Wagler in the Midweek Drop-In, signing off. See ya. Bye. Can you hear me in the morning when the light is shining out? And the morning cries of morning, giving all kinds of doubt. The morning